Hi, boys and girls. So, today's read aloud, I thought we would talk about what makes you jitter or what makes you feel nervous or anxious. So, that's what I want you to think about when we are reading our next story. So, our next story is called Jimmy the Jittery Jitterbug. And I want you to take a look at the cover. So, here's Jimmy. Okay. Look at how he looks, how the artist drew him. Does he look relaxed and happy, or does he look maybe a little nervous or a little anxious? Yeah, I agree. He does look a little nervous and a little anxious. So let's see how Jimmy handles his jitters. Jimmy is a jitterbug, the sweetest, kindest, and the most loving little jitterbug you would ever want to meet. But Jimmy is often shy and anxious, and when Jimmy is anxious, he jitters. Jimmy jitters at school when it's his turn to read. He is worried that his classmates will laugh at him if he gets a word wrong, or that he might read too quickly, or too slowly, or too softly, or too loudly. Jimmy, everything is fine, said his teacher, Miss Hoot, reassuring him. There's no need to rush, and there's nothing to worry about. We are all enjoying very much listening to you read. Well, that made Jimmy feel better, and he finished his reading without quite so much jittering. Once upon a time. But reading aloud in class was not the only thing that made Jimmy jitter. Jimmy would jitter if he was invited to a sleepover at his friend's house. Although Jimmy loves his friends, he would get anxious when he was away from his house for too long. Mama, maybe I shouldn't go. Who will water the plants or take out the trash when I'm gone? And what if I'm not having fun? And what if I get hurt? And who will take care of you when I'm gone? Asked Jimmy as he jittered. Now, Jimmy, replied his mother softly, I can certainly take care of the plants and the trash, and both you and I are going to be absolutely fine. You love your friends and they love you. And I am certain that in no time at all, you'll be having fun, more fun than you will know what to do with. Well, that made Jimmy relax, and he happily packed up his things for the sleepover without quite so much jittering. But that wasn't all of Jimmy's worries. Jimmy would also jitter at bedtime. It's so dark, I cannot see anything. And what if there are monsters that are going to get me? Said Jimmy as he jittered. You know, Jimmy, I used to be afraid of the dark too, his father confessed quietly. But there's nothing to worry about. I have an idea, said his father, smiling. Let's check the room together. And with that, Jimmy and his father checked the closets, behind the curtains, under the bed, and not a single monster was to be found. Did you find anything, Jimmy? Asked his father, already knowing the answer. Well, no, Papa, said Jimmy as he climbed into his bed. Well then, the coast is clear, said Jimmy's father, giving him a little tickle as he tucked him in. And do not worry, I will put this little night light here next to your bed so it's not quite so dark. And with that, he gave Jimmy a goodnight kiss, and that made Jimmy feel better, and he did not jitter quite so much. The end. So as you can see, Jimmy had some really important people helping him get over his jitters. okay? His teacher helped him, his mom, his dad. So I want you to think, who are the people in your life who help you when you get the jitters? So I have also included some worksheets that'll be on Seesaw. So after you read this, you can go ahead and you can answer some of the questions about the book. And I will see you guys later.